Okay, this video is for 11.7G, area of triangles and regular polygons. So, in notes on day 3, we talked about obviously the area of triangles and regular polygons, and just like the last few days, we have formulas for the areas for these specific shapes, and so we want to know the formulas and then apply them correctly, and we'll be able to find the area. So, let's start with problem number 1. We said today in notes that the area of a triangle equals 1/2 base times height. So we need to identify what base and what height is again. And just like we did the last couple days when height was involved, height is always going to be the distance from one of the corners that creates a perpendicular intersection with one of the sides. So height is not always going to be a side of the triangle, but it's going to be a side or a line that gets dropped from one of the corners and creates a 90-degree angle with the base that it intersects with. So 27.6 yards, therefore, would be our height. Now the base of the triangle is always going to be the one that that line intersects with. So since it hits this side right here, that is our base. So now that we know our height and our base, we have all the information we need, and we can plug in base and height for area. So area equals 1/2. Our base we said was 35, and our height was 27.6. Multiply all that together. In the calculator, I'm going to use 0.5 for 1/2. So 0.5 times 35 times 27.6. And we get 483. And the units are yards, so that's yards squared. And that's our answer. Now, just for reference, all these red lines that have been dropped and create a 90-degree angle, those are going to be your heights. And then the side that they intersect with, such as this one or this one or this one, that's going to be your base. So keep that in mind as you work through the rest of the problems. Let's move on to the area of a regular polygon. So, excuse me. We have not determined a specific polygon here. We're just saying the area of a regular polygon. So regular, that's important to know. Remember that regular means that all the angles and all the sides are the same length in this kind of polygon. And you can find the area of a regular polygon with the same formula no matter how many sides your polygon has. That formula is going to be area equals 1/2 times the apothem times the perimeter of the polygon. Now, the apothem, for example, in number 7, is this line here. It's sort of like the height we talked about with the triangle, but it starts from the middle of the shape, and it goes directly to the center of a side, and it creates a 90-degree angle with that side. So apothem, which is the A right there, is going to be the distance from the center of our shape to the center of a side where a 90-degree angle is created. And you can see that in all of these examples here. This is your apothem. Now, perimeter on a regular polygon, as long as you know one side, is pretty easy to find. If this side is 16 right here, then this one's 16, this one's 16, this one's 16, and this one's 16. So you just have to add all those together and you get your perimeter. So let's apply this formula and find out the area of this pentagon. So our area is going to be 1/2. Our apothem is 11 times the perimeter. Well, there's 5 sides, each of them are 16 feet long, or 16 long. So 16 times 5 is 80. So our perimeter is 80. And now we throw this into the calculator. Again, I'm going to use 0.5 for 1/2. 0.5 times 11 times 80, and we get 440 is our area. and no units are given, so 440 units squared. Let's do just a couple more. Number 13. Now we're given the area, they tell us the area right here, and we want to use the formula and work backwards to find the missing side. And what we're missing is our height. We know our base. So our formula is area equals 1/2 base times height. So if we plug in what we know the area is 40.7, and that has to equal 1/2. Our base is 10.3, and then we are missing our height. That's what we want to solve for. So the first thing we should do is multiply 1/2 and 10.3. When you do that, you get 5.15. So 40.7 equals 5.15 times h. Now the last step is just divide both sides by 5.15. Divide by 5.15. These cancel, and 40.7 divided by 5.15 is 7.90. So 7.90, and this is yards, is the distance of our height. All right, now we want to find the area of the regular polygon again, but this time they just give it to us in words. So a nonagon. That means we have 9 sides. And we know that each side is 2.7 long. So 2.7 times 9 means that the perimeter is 24.3. Again, that's our perimeter. Each side is 2.7, and there are 9 sides. So 2.7 times 9 gives you 24.3. Now remember the area of a regular polygon. Area equals 1/2 times the apothem times the perimeter. So we know the apothem, we know the perimeter. Let's plug it in and we can find the area. So area equals 1/2. The apothem is 3.7. The perimeter is 24.3. Put it in your calculator and you get 44.96, and no units are given, so 44.96 units squared.